Hola, hola, Coca-Cola. Es la lección de miércoles, el 14 de abril. This is the lesson that we will be going over tomorrow, Wednesday, the 14th of April. So we start with our first tocatimbre, tocatimbre uno. You have to use tener to finish the sentences. Usa el verbo tener para terminar las frases. The grid to figure out which tener to use is right at the top here. So it should be fairly easy to figure out. So pause the video now and finish this tocatimbre on a piece of paper. All right, hopefully you use that time to finish this tocatimbre because I'm going to go over the answers. So the first one is Pedro siempre blank hambre en la clase de español. If I were to replace Pedro with a pronoun, I would replace it with él. So I'll go up to my grid, find the él, ella, usted, and notice that it's tiene. So I'm going to write tiene in the line. Pedro siempre tiene hambre en la clase de español. Pedro's always hungry in Spanish class. Tanto Pedro, silly Pedro. Número dos, tú. This is going to be the tú form. This one's easy because it's already a pronoun. I can just look up on my grid, find where it says tú, look right next to it. We got tienes going on. Tú tienes sed después de practicar los deportes. You are thirsty after practicing sports. Número tres, los profes. I know that profe means teacher, but it's got S's with it, los profes. So it's probably plural. And if I'm going to talk about a group of people, I'm going to talk about them. I'm not a part of that group, so it's not us. I'm not talking to them, so it's not vosotros or ustedes. It's going to be ellos. So I find my ellos and realize that the ellos form of tener is tienen. Los profes siempre tienen hambre en la tercera hora. The teachers are always hungry in third period. How did you know? I'm hungry always. Tengo hambre siempre. Tú sabes, you knew that. Número cuatro, Lucia y yo. I see the yo there, so it might be yo. However, Lucia is part of that group as well. And if there's two people, including myself, I'm going to use the nosotros form. So nosotros tenemos. Lucia y yo tenemos sueño en la mañana. Lucy and I are tired in the morning. Es verdad, siempre. Hace mucho frío afuera. Las chicas, blank frío. Las chicas. If I'm talking about the girls over there, probably talking about they or them. And if it's las chicas, it's going to be ellas, the girls, they, them. Find the ellas box. Right next to it, it is tienen. Las chicas tienen frío. The girls are cold. And the last one's a little bit tough. Saco una buena nota en el examen, blank mucha suerte. The only way that I know which form of tener to use in this line is the first verb right here, saco. And remember, from conjugating AR verbs, I take away the AR and I add a new ending based on who's doing the action. And in this case, the new ending is an O, and that means it's in the yo form. So for my tener expression, the yo form of tener is tengo. Saco una buena nota en el examen. Tengo mucha suerte. Tocatimbre número uno. Done. Next thing that we're doing in class is more of a fun thing. Remember your introduction slides where you introduced yourself to the class. I made a little Kahoot about a few people in class, so we are going to play that in class. If you were not here in person, I will put a link that you can play by yourself if you would like, but it is a in-class activity, so it is not a required thing to do. But if you want to get to know your classmates a little bit more, this is the Kahoot for you. Next activity, we are going to kind of wrap up our unit of ser, estar, and tener, los verbos locos, because starting next week, we are going to, or starting next week, we're going to dive deep into a new unit, la comida, which is very exciting, my favorite unit. But if you are not in class for this, you guys are going to be working individually, obviamente. But if you are in class, you'll be working in groups of 1 to 4 to complete some stations. So I'm going to tell you how to access this first, and then I'll tell you what you need to do. So if you go into our Schoology, favorite place in the whole wide world, click on this week's folder. There is the first assignment called Las Estaciones de Ser, Estar, Tener. Click on that. Click on the link down at the bottom here. There's some steps. Open with Google Docs, and then you've got all the stations. So as a group of 1 to 4, if you want to work by yourself, that's fine. But if you want to be with a partner, awesome. If you have siblings that have taken Spanish in the past or is taking Spanish now, you can have them help you, recruit them for some help, anything that you want to do. And obviously always use your resources, your notes on OneNote or in Schoology. All the notes that you'll need for this assignment is in this yellow vocabulario folder right here. So if you need that, take advantage. Los verbos locos is the golden goose to help you out. So you guys are going to work in groups of 1 to 4 to complete each station in the document. Once everyone on your team has completed every station, turn your document into Escuelogy. The directions are in the document for each one, but they all have to do with either ser, estar, or tener. The last section, you have to draw pictures to show what the sentences are saying. Por ejemplo, número 1, el bebé está triste debajo de la mesa. To draw on a Google Doc, you're going to say Insert, Drawing, get this little plus button that says New. Click this little triangle here and select Scribbles, and then you can draw. Obviamente, porque está en la computadora, it doesn't have to be good. Because you're on the computer, your drawings don't have to be really awesome. There he is. So nice. So pause this video right now, take about 25 to 30 minutes, and work on your stations. This is due next Wednesday, so you have a whole week to complete all 8 stations. We're going to take a bit of a Zoom break after that because that was a long stretch. So this is the time where students would be taking a 5 to 10 minute Zoom break. Welcome back. Our second tocatimbre of the day is correcting mistakes. So, hay muchos errores. There are lots of errors in these sentences. Escriben la frase correcta. Write the correct phrase. And in parentheses, I told you how many errors there are. I'm going to underline which words have the errors for you. Soy, 14, no, trabajar, somos, moreno, divertido, amable, eres, matemáticas, cantar, education físico, me, and gusto. Pause this video now. Correct those mistakes. All right, hopefully you corrected those mistakes because I'm going to go over the answers now. For the first one, When I'm talking about age, I always use the verb tener. And what's the tener or the yo form of tener? If you said tango, you got it right. All right, fabulosa. Error número dos, 14. That is not how you spell 14. You got to get rid of that U in there. Yo tengo 14 años. Número dos es un poco difícil. It's a little challenging. Trabajar is a word in Spanish, but it's a verb, and I'm looking for an adjective. To say someone's a hard worker in Spanish, you say tra. It's hard to write with my mouse. Trabajador. That's a tough one. And error número dos, no está en el principio de la frase. It's at the beginning of the sentence. No soy trabajador. Qué perezoso. Número 3. Hay 4 errores y 3 de los errores son los mismos. There are 4 errors and 3 of them are the same. We're just going to get straight to the chase. The 3 that are the same, all of your adjectives need to be plural because I'm talking about Emiliano y tú. 2 people. And if our subject is plural, our adjectives need to be plural. Error número 4, change somos to sois or son. Because I'm talking about Emiliano and you. So that's going to be either vosotros or ustedes. Emiliano y tú son morenos, divertidos y amables. Número 4. Tú eres en la clase de mathematics. This is a location because of these 2 little letters right here. So instead of eres, we have to change that to estás. Because when we talk about location, we use estar. The second error is matemáticas is spelled wrong. Oops. That's not what I wanted to erase. Get rid of the H and change that first our first I into an A. Tú estás en la clase de matemáticas. Número 5. I have to conjugate the verb cantar, so take away the AR, add an A because I'm talking about the teacher, which would be él. And again, education física is spelled wrong, so I need educación física. El profesor canta en la clase de educación física. And the last one, there's some spelling errors. Change the me to a me, and gusto needs to be gustan. ¿Por qué plural? I'm talking about a plural thing that I like, the classes. Me gustan las clases en la mañana. Whew, that was a lot. Hopefully you were keeping track. If you were in class, this would be the time where I would ask you to take pictures of your 2 tocatimbres, answer these reflection questions. What specifically did you do this week to take risks and participate in class? How are you feeling this week? And what is something you are proud of this week? Take a picture of all that and upload it onto Schoology. Pause this video now and go and do that. All right, we're back from turning in our tocatimbres and our reflexión. Now we're going to start a new unit. We're starting la unidad de la comida, mi favorita. We're starting food vocab. So, as always, there are 2 ways to find this vocabulary. First, we need to go to our favorite page in the whole wide world, Schoology. The first place you can find it is on OneNote, so click on the OneNote. This is also in fourth period Schoology as well. Same place. Sign into OneNote. Oops. Open class notebook. If you get this little sad face, refresh it a couple times. It should pop up. I know OneNote doesn't work super quickly. Content library. El vocabulario. And there's a new one called comida. We are going to go from the top, la comida, down to las bebidas. You can also find this vocab list in the materials page. This week's folder. And there's a link that says La Comida, and it's a Google Doc. If you get this little sad face, click on the title. It will take you there. I would open with Google and make a copy. All right, let's go through these. I'm going to tell you what they are and how to pronounce them. Hopefully you're on one of these notes. Follow along. Write the English translation to these notes. So the first one, la comida. Where did my slides go? Here they are. La comida. La comida significa food. All right, the next vocab word is el desayuno. We're starting in the morning, la mañana. La desayuno en inglés significa the most important meal of the day, breakfast. Número dos, our second meal of the day. Repeat after me, el almuerzo or el lonche. El almuerzo or el lonche. Lunch. Lunchtime. Repite, por favor, la cena. La cena is our final meal of the day. Dinner time. Mi favorito. Mi favorita. Me gusta la cena. ¿Qué prefieres? ¿Prefieres el desayuno? ¿Prefieres el almuerzo? ¿O prefieres la cena? Yo prefiero la cena. The second section of our list are las bebidas. Repeat after me, las bebidas. Las bebidas are all of our drinks. So that includes coffee, tea, water, smoothies, lemonade, soda, all of the good stuff. So we're going to learn about some of our bebidas, las bebidas, drinks. ¿Qué son tus bebidas favoritas? What are your favorite drinks? La primera bebida es mi favorita, el café. Repite, el café. No puedo vivir sin mi café. Bebo café cada mañana. Café. La próxima bebida es el té. Repite, el té. El té. El té. Muy bien. ¿Te gusta el té? Bebida 3, el chocolate caliente. Repite, el chocolate caliente. ¡Qué dulce! Me gusta el chocolate caliente en el invierno. Cuando hace frío, bebo el chocolate caliente. Deliciosa. Esta bebida tiene 3 palabras. El refresco. A ti te toca. La gaseosa. Y la soda. La soda es un cognado. ¿Qué es tu soda favorita? Mi soda favorita es root beer. Me gusta root beer. La próxima palabra es un cognado también. La limonada. A fun phrase that you can say is, ¿Qué te pasa, calabaza? Which means, what's up, pumpkin? And you can say, nada, nada, limonada. Nothing, nothing, lemonade. But it rhymes. Huh. Limonada. La bebida más importante, el agua con gas, el agua sin gas. El agua. Carbonated water, regular water. La leche. La próxima bebida es la leche. La leche. Me gusta la leche con mis lattes, mi café con leche. ¿Te gusta la leche? Y la última bebida, tienen 3 bebidas. El jugo. El jugo es general. It's general for juice. But we got 3 types today. El jugo de naranja. El jugo de manzana. Y el jugo de uva. ¿Qué jugo prefieres? ¿Prefiero el jugo de naranja, el jugo de manzana o el jugo de uva? Yo prefiero el jugo de manzana. The last assignment that we have for Wednesday, el 14 de abril, son los memes de tener. Some tener memes. I'm going to check your how strong your meme game is. So, check out these examples of memes from students in the past. Come up with 3 memes of your own. Use 3 different tener expressions, and everything has to be in Spanish. Upload your memes on Schoology. We'll share some of the best. And if you want a place where you can like actually make the memes instead of just being on like a Google slide or something, you can check out this link here and it will take you to a website to help you make some memes. It is due la próxima miércoles, next Wednesday. So that would be Wednesday, el miércoles, el 21 de abril. El 21 de abril. Y es todo del día. That's the class for the day. Don't hesitate to message me if you have any questions or rewatch this video. Whatever you need to do to feel confident about the activities and the information that was given to you today. Hasta luego.